Добрый вечер всем. Продолжаем наше прохождение Savras Knights of the Old Republic. На этот раз отправляемся мы к ситхам на планету. Еще нужно кучу всего продать бы. Сейчас слетаем на Тын, сдадим задание с гисками, с этими... С кое-кем. Там таких гланды тахов.
Kalonord is dead, Lord Malik. He has failed in his mission. Forgive me.
The penalty for failure is death, Admiral Kareth. But the failure was Kalo's, not yours. You may rise.
Shall I hire another bounty hunter, Lord Malik?
No mere bounty hunter can stand against a Jedi. I shall not make the same mistake again. My apprentice, Darth Bandon, shall take care of our young Jedi friend.
Это тот самый с этого... с корабля, на котором все началось. Бентрайс или что такое.
Find Bastila and bring her to me, alive, if possible.
As you command, Master.
Какой дерзкий, а, петушок. Так, ладно, здесь мы все выполнили. Нам нужно всего лишь сдать все это дерьмо. В принципе, нам даже особо никто и не нужен с собой.
Welcome back.
Excuse me, have you seen a mechanic about? Short fellow, bald. I've been looking... Jolie? Jolie Pinto? Why, you old freak. Last time I saw you, you were still wandering the galaxy in that old tug. I thought you were dead, old man.
I crashed somewhere and decided to stay.
Yeah, I'll just bet. Damn, old man, you look exactly the same as the last time I saw you. You pickle well.
You're too kind. Not the young lad anymore. What are you, deaf? His name's Davin. Old friend from my Wanderer days. By the by, Davin, I read...
Of course, old man. Oh, wait. If you've been traveling in this sector, I suppose you heard about Sunry?
No, why? What's there to hear?
He's been picked up by the Selkath authorities on Manan for murder.
That's preposterous.
I know. Laura is beside herself, as you can imagine. Maybe you could help them. I'm sure Sunray...
Perhaps I will at that. I'd appreciate that. Sunry's an old friend.
Same here. Well...
I will.
Будем иметь в виду.
Uchua Penki, Tangi Dwama Baba Hassan Shan, No Bamudi Raji Lai Kunka. Смили.
А сколько всего нужно продать? Господи. Так, ладно. Это мы продавать не будем, травесный вызов. Один можно продать. Долларинские штурмовые винтовки нам не особо нужны. Бластерная винтовка. Есть несмотря на все модификации от него. Угу, ладно, пока оставим. И, наверное, только продадим дворянский потрошитель. Он маленький. Потрогать не будем. Световые мечи не нужны. Да, без всего. 2 коротких меча. И вот еще короткий меч. Ладно, пока не будем трогать. Церемониальный меч пока тоже оставим. Так, что у нас двойной меч крат? Вот это можно дать. Давай мне выбор меча, выбор ног. Длинный меч. Так, ты броню не можешь носить. Я думал, что это церемониальный меч. Бака все-таки нацепил на этого. На Бастила. Блин, вот как раз таки Бастилию лучше рукавицы силы воткнуть. Он браслет. Тебе не могу одеть. Себе могу. Себе один не ладно. Так, куда надо? А, да, вот сюда, офис.
You're back! I knew you'd come through for me. Come to Papa, you sweet simian organ. It may not look like much. You know, once we synthesize this and start brewing Teresian ale in mass quantities, we're gonna be looking for some You give me a couple of 100 credits, and I can get you in on the Hey, don't worry. You'll get your credits as soon as we start mass... Wise move. I can see you really understand that bit. I better get started on brewing that ale.
Ладно. Однако кредиты так не появились. Ладно, проверим. Надо было ту броню тоже продать. Здесь у нас все вроде бы нормально. И 6. Три, 6, 5, 12. Так, ну-ка, ты умеешь с этими оружиями? Нет. Ты настолько пострелять. И чего? Из винтовок? Так, ну вроде бы все. У нас не так уж и много кристаллов. Все. Здесь мы видим, что в какой-то гробнице ситхов спрятана звездная карта.
There are some who believe Korribан is the birthplace of the Sith. This planet is an evil place. During the vision I felt cold and trapped, almost as if I was buried alive. No doubt things will become more clear. Maybe you're right. Most of the Dark Jedi would only know me by... For the safety of our mission, I must...
Так, ясно. Тебя нам с собой не ждать. Кого мы с собой возьмем? Там нужен кто-нибудь, кто сможет, в принципе, двери какие-то открыть, там чем-нибудь воспользоваться. Журибинда, наверное, тоже возьмем. Он нам как поддержка поможет. А пострелять возьмем кого? Карту можно взять. В принципе, у нас сейчас профессиональный такой стрелок. А можно взять этого луки, подраться тоже может хорошо.
Yes. I was remembering Taris. No, it's all right. It was a horrible place to have to live. Living for years in a place with no sun, living off the trash. There was always the danger of Rakuls coming. My family and I struggled each and every day to make something. Taxes from the corrupt government, more fees from the gangs controlling the... with no money to spare for any amenity. And of course, there was the constant bigotry. Every once in a while, a rich human would come down through the lower levels with his droid entourage. But I have come to meet many decent humans in my travels since those days. The Jedi who encouraged me to join the Order. The one who was with the group going to fight them. I am sorry. Sometimes, I curse the day my parents fled to Taris. Another story for another time. How may I... What is it? Well, I mentioned before that my parents had fled to Taris. But in the early days of the Mandalorian War, there had been fighting close. Cathar was there, yes. My people had a great reputation. They sought to test themselves against us, I think. Test themselves by bombing our world. They swooped down from space, across the world, firing at anything that moved. We did resist. And in spite of their violent attack, we did stave them off. But in the end, we were doomed. We were not members of the Republic. Cathar was beyond the edge of the Republic, in the Outer Rim. Our interstellar communications were the first things we knew what was coming. We had fought the Mandalorians in the first war against Exar Kun and the Sith. The most we could do was pack the few of our people who survived onto what few ships remained and send them off into space. Most did not make it. My parents carried me as a baby with them. They fled as far as they were able, and eventually settled on Taris. But Taris was a horrible choice. Dominated by humans, intolerant of other species. It made every... My father turned to stimulants. He spent much of his time in... But we are warriors. It runs through our blood. And when he was on stims, he became foolish. He let his warrior nature get the best of him. So he would get intoxicated, and he would fight. Killed by a man who provoked him into a fight and killed him like... I am... How may I... What is... I have been thinking much about our journey, and I am grateful and honored that you... I am not used to such unbiased acceptance from one who is... We Cathar do not make friends easily, or for long. Even on Dantooine, I remained alone. In truth, I have lived in the Republic too long, and I know little. I never met any others of my race other than my parents. But we are not diplomats. We do not deal well with groups. It is warming. I feel almost welcome. You seem to be very decisive when it is required of you. To be accepted so readily, just... How may I... What is... Of course...
Так, а ну-ка, мы же не прокачали еще. Эти способности-то какие? 2 оружия есть, нет? Вообще практически ничего. Надо, блин, тебе взять с собой, с тобой выйти, если что, тебе просто бастилое оружие сунуть. Будешь за нее.
Yes?
А что там у тебя по мудрости? Ловкость. Драться ты вообще херово умеешь. Почему-то. Нахер я тебя с собой взял? Ты даже толком брону не несешь. Может, только возьму свою карту, например, того же.
Ага.
Блин, у кого урона тоже дохерища. Сто 156, 195, 91, защита 25, 23, 24. У меня лучше всего урона. Блин, я бы миссию вообще все-таки. Для всякого взлома и прочего.
What?
Потому что взламывает она и херена, но урона. Да, урон тоже, в принципе, есть. Броня это лжовая. Здоровья мало. Но зато всякие там интеллект высокий. И навыки компьютера там. Кому не очень за безопасность на 14, это же охеренно просто.
Sure.
Все-таки на карту поменяю. Понадежнее как-то будет. И даже на Залбару. Он тоже в компьютерах шарит. Ну и в ремонте зато. Безопасности может не очень, зато во всем остальном. Будет у нас вместо танка.
Yes?
Sure.
Печерка.
Chibedwanani bobo. Tonk nabung shanun yang. Tonk patogas ma. Kachichu aitha odunga. Takum justak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu aitha odunga. Tulpada bonk molyagan. Chibedwanani bobo. Tonk nabung shan. Kuya mi juz kachita naipatoga. Ui. Ita nadana yitya. Kuya mi juz kat.
Ого.
No, that is the wrong answer. Again, you pathetic hopefuls can't possibly all be this stupid, can you?
Watawamamulira kinkonjopeshak. No bamuliraji.
I'm no master, yet, but I like the sound of that. All right, let's say you become a Sith, and I am your commanding officer. I give you an order to spare the life of an enemy. Do you do...
Oh, of course, Shaldan. Anything you command us.
We would never oppose you.
No. Do you honestly believe that the Sith are in... Mercy is a weakness. If your leader shows a weakness, it is your duty to kill him and show true authority. No, you don't understand, and you probably never will. You wouldn't survive 5 seconds in the academy. The other students would tear you apart. Bah! I can't be bothered with fools. You, Jedi, you're looking to get in the academy, are you not? Let me pose a question to you. These hopefuls will never survive in the academy. A lesson must be taught here, but I am at a loss as to what form it should take.
Well, if you can't think of anything cruel, you really shouldn't be out here, young man, should you?
I wasn't talking to you. I'm thinking to spare them the effort of being killed and do it myself. Perhaps I shall turn their skin inside out. Or perhaps a bit of humiliation is in order. I could easily strip off their tunics and make them run through the colony. Or they could... What do you think? We didn't do anything. Silence! It's not what they did so much as what they didn't do, which is prove themselves worthy. I'm exhausted from dealing with their mulings, so... Let them go? And what could possibly... I want to let them go. Yes, that's right. They're not worth... I'm on my head. What was that? I feel like I... Just get out.
Ага. Нахерачили топовый сит. Оставшись просто идеалом светлой стороны.
Uchua Penki, Tongi Tuama. Nekaba Dubaka, Patisa. Jiska Dosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki, Chiwi Aita Kacho, Baba Hasan. Jaskronki to Patslimo, Chi Itakanki, Chiwi Aita Kachon Chicha, Kakinja Nawaba. Kakinja.
Продух клинковый, выклинул крат, рецепт косуса фета. Жалко-ботан. Бластер. Хрень какая-то. Толком ничего не думал даже.
Most of the merchants head over to Zerka's...
Look here, my dear friends. We have some newcomers to the colony. Led by a Jedi, no less. I don't believe I've seen any of them before, have you?
I hate Jedi, and these fallen ones are worse. They always get into the academy, and they think they're better than the rest of us.
Well, if you'd seen us before, we wouldn't be newcomers, would we?
Smart-mouthed newcomers, to boot.
Looks pretty fresh to me, Lashao.
That's what I thought. Well, stranger, I don't know whether you're aware of this or not, but here on Korriban, the Sith do, quite literally, whether you live or... Oh, neither do I. I simply stated a fact. Do you know how...
12. No, wait, 13.
Enough to crush this fool! Let's do it,
Now, let's not be hasty. Perhaps our friend here could yet offer up some amusement. What do you say? Amuse us. Make us laugh, and... Oh, I see. Well, we'll just have to see. Are you going to let us be insulted?
Oh, get over yourself already.
Yeah, this one's got some backbone at least.
Fine.
Плохи какие-то. Засали. Понял, что я могу их захерачить. Я могу их захерачить. И Вуки тоже может захерачить легко, почему?
Yes?
Может, Джоли у нас не такой мощный, но он достаточно мудрый. Ждать стазис.
What?
Got something on you. You got yourself a fast little ship? I'd forgotten what engine sounded like. The closest thing to that on Kashyyyk is an uller in mating season. Ugh. Or it could be for the free food. What's the gunk that comes out of a synthesizer up? I'm old, damn it. I'm allowed to be enigmatic when you know, you remind me of someone else I knew ages ago. Pleasant enough fellow, great destiny. No, but it could be. An Anduvian salt tablet would clear that. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, Andor Vex was his name. No, you wouldn't have. Sometimes swirling force is just swirling force. It gets us old Jedis excited at our age, so we go, ooh, destiny. Well, it turned out that poor Andor believed a wee bit too much in the infallibility of that. I don't know. Are you overconfident? I hadn't noticed. Even if I had, let's see. Oh yes, Andor's downfall. I was pretty young myself when it happened. Well, let's just say that I was a strapping young lad with a full head of hair, and Coruscant was a small town with a well. I was just about to abandon Andor to whatever the Force intended for him when his ship was overtaken by a Dimian warship. Now, you've probably never heard of the Dimians, but at the time, they were a nasty lot led by a nastier overlord. Krat has us hauled onto the bridge of his ship for questioning, and that's when I knew that Andor's destiny was at hand. Of course he did. Haven't you been listening? It was not in the way you'd probably expect. Well, Andor decides that his destiny makes him invulnerable and starts making all sorts of demands. Free me now. Krat decides he's had enough and begins crushing Andor's neck. I told the boy he should have kept his mouth shut. Finally, Krat has enough of Andor and tosses him aside into this giant energy intake shaft. Maybe Andor hit something sensitive on the way down, or just didn't agree with the reactor core. Next, everyone panics and I run, barely making it to the ship in time before the explosion. Krat dies horribly, changed the political course of the entire sector for centuries. What, are you kidding? What are the odds of that? You should do so well as to be sucked into the engine of some evil Sith Lord, you know. Anyway, go on.
Странный как-то чувачок. Так, что нам надо? Надо, блин, нормальную одежду найти. Задолбала эта хрень, которая бегаю с самого начала.
Something you need? Nobody you need to know. I'm just here to try to get into the Sith. Why? Why? That's really a dumb question. To become a Sith, of course. To wield the greatest power in... Ha! They're weaklings. Not worth anyone's attention. I don't know. I've been here for a few days now, and the Sith still haven't paid me any... Suppose I should consider myself lucky. I've heard of some of the prospects getting killed. Well, you have to impress one of the Sith. The final decision rests with Yuthura Ban. She's the one who decides exactly which of us get into the Academy or not. Usually she's in the Academy, but sometimes she comes out into the colony. If she's in the colony, she can usually be found in the cantina, but not... Why? I don't know.
Ладно, с этим чуваком все понятно.
Greetings. You've heard of that awful business on Idian, yes? This could put back the use of Wookiee labor considerably. We may even have to abandon... I see you got one of your own early. We do some mining here, and are responsible for local shipping and support of the Sith on Korribon. Our starport is mostly just freighters and such. But we do get many travelers that come here to learn from the Sith. This office is actually our administrative headquarters for this region. If you're in need... You certainly...
Ну-ка посмотрим. Продвинутый пакет надо купить. Экзаркана. Массив собрания средняя ловкость плюс 3. Ладно, дорого. Ох, какая. Не модифицируется. Прикольная вещь. Подрывник плюс 6, подрывник плюс 2. Генерация 2. Вот это круто. Дорого.
I've had 2 friends killed by the Sith already. It must be some kind of test.
Well, this is a Sith colony. They're the law here. I'm here only to protect Zerka's interests.
Мне кажется, если они с вами сидят только потому, что терпят вас. Не те, кто живые нужны.
Uchua Penki, Tong Hitwamaji, human act in Inka. Tong Hitwama Aki Inkotune, or Tong Hitwamaji Aki Inkotun, Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Inkotune, Chuna. Just cronky to Patslimo. Inko ka, Kinbanik Chalora Kun. Tung abashun kakin cha nawabakaon. Pichage nekawa dubaka. Patisa. Con mulis limo po. Uchua penki. Tangi Kimba no konik dorcha. Inko ka. Kimba nik chalora kun. Tung abashun.
Подозрительно. Наверное, сохранимся. Мне кажется, что это обман, что нас просто пытаются бить. Давай, ускорь меня. Салбар тупой, блин, тупая псина. Господи, ты где? Нельзя быстрее, блин. Почему я тебе дал церемониальный меч? А, он одноручный, блин. Одноручный, оказывается. Так тебе еще один меч нужен. Ну, по-любому надо бежать на... Какой-нибудь меч нормально брать. Я думал почему-то, что он двуручник. Вот он, блин, вибер меч. Чувствую, что я с этим залбаром замучусь бегать. Блин, у него реально крутые показатели в компьютерах. А, блин, самое главное-то я не сделал твою мать. Что же я такой дурак-то? Побежал, блин. Задание выполнить. Красный код поставить. Мин там у нас много. Не так уж много. Старбакс точно 8 штук. Это нормально. На грузовом отсеке. Так, это отсек двигателей. Есть грузовые. А, вот, наверное. Специи, действительно.
What?
Ciao baso, Gino Molira. Topa na ota vokasa, pampa ki mulira. Chiwa aita kang ki. Ciao bas, Jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, la. Tingkuin ko ka. Kinbani chalora kun tung abashun uba baska doana chichopa muska kinbani chalora kun kiyuma batmalya unowi Ciao baso Gino Moli Chiwa aita kang ki chiyoka Topa na ota vokasa Tingkuin ko ka, Kingba, Nekaba Dubaka, Pati. Tonghi, Ciao baso.
Почему говорит, ящик не открывать? Что-то там, блин, не то.
I've had 2 friends killed by the Sith.
Да, господи, сколько можно?
No. Elusive? Me elusive? Obviously, you've never tried to grab a Twi'lek dancing girl after drinking 2. At any rate, I already told you why I wanted to leave. I'd see never... To bed! How many kilometer-high trees can you find an interest in before you figure you've had enough? And then there's all the critters in the Shadowland. You got a smart mouth on you there, you know that? If others could I'll admit, for all its flaws, Kashyyyk was home enough. Of course not. Weren't you listening last? In fact, everything about you that I can see is odd. Slightly off, as if my eyes are trying to trick me. but I'm sure you don't need to hear my ruminations. You've probably... Your future will come of its own accord, trust me. Sometime... I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. Know me, Sunrider. She came late to the Force, just as you have. Whether you'll follow the same path remains to be seen. For one thing, we'll... Nonsense. If I ever refuse to help you when you ask, one thing I will say is that this little escapade does remind me a bit of my adventuring days before the war. Or at least it would remind me of those times if we didn't stand up.
Не люблю позлак. Даже никакие дополнительные эти не присутствуют.
Patisa, uba baska duana chichopa muska, in patoga yak fuli kokala gigi.
Когда мне говорят, ни в коем случае не открывай этот ящик, я просто не могу не вернуться и не открыть этот ящик. Потому что все-таки на моем корабле присутствует.
Kuyamijus chetkena patoga ya pulke kokolaji. Tonghai wam jiji yumalitha, tabis yo bon konki pankpa. Chimpala cheska mule, tonerana no prata donka serce doma wana. Tonga bumsha uneno, wanga kumbiske, shachi kien lorcha wata wama. Kaba wolve molche gomana. Kin kunsha kin. Ne, Jashak Bogra Olva Cheska Nechu, Achuba Cheska Wanki, Tetoki Grato, Rondi Haudonga Kuhongabi, Wala Kumbes. We eat na Danyayeta, Wata Yamaka Wama Okakne, Ashak Toyon, Umne Patoga. Jebedwana ni Bobo, Tonga Takum Jostak Miki Grabel Mogo, Kachicho Ita Haudonga. Rondi Haudonga Kuhongabi, Wal Yinkin Kunoba, Molera Chikon, Kipuna, Bonanai Kachu, King Ba Mulira Dwan, Manama Tota, Akoji Graton. Rondi Haudonga Kuhon, Tonghai Wam Gigi Yumalitha, Ag Inko Tu, Tolpata Bongualia Gando de Naga Chocho, Shachi Kien Lorcha Wata Wama, Kaba Wolve Molche Gomana. Kin kunsha kin, tonga bumsha uneno, wanga kumbiske, bam. Kachicho ita hotonga, kuyamijus chetkena patoga ya pulke. Tonghai wam jiji yumalitha ag inkota konjostak miki grabel mogo, mocha shak pang pang. Tonga bumsha uneno, wanga kumbiske, bamulera, chunyon tun jiji. Jashak Bogra Olva Cheska Nechu, Achuba Cheska Wanki, Tetoki Grato, Kaba Tompa Kulpa Ye Mo, Jebedwana ni Bobo, Tonga Bon Shanong Yang, Tompa Toga Smak Telia, Rondi Haudonga Kuhongabi, Wala Kumbes, Kuyamijus Chetkena Patoga Yapulkeko, Rondi Haudonga Kuhong.
Прикольно, я случайно не туда тыкнул и сдох. можно сказать. Не, мы его выиграем. Загадки-то.
Kuyamiju, don't tap. Shut. Rondi. Yiki. Ma. Rondong. Shatonga. Kakuya. Gabaton pa culpa ye. Jebedoana ni bobo. Conticha nai. Molida aswaktorong on. Achuta. Manga. Tonga bunsha uneno. Wanga kumbis achuta. Wanga kumbis dolbeki kun. Conticha nai. Molida aswaktorong onipotaga. Wanaga. Kipuna. Kava tomba achuta. Kuyami just chetka na patoga ya pulke kokola jeje. Kawana bota ita achuta. Manga kun. Shachi kien lorcha wata wama. Kava volve molche gomana. Kien kun shakin. Nek. Kava tompa culpa ye moka pata. Kuyami just chit. Rondi haudonga kuhonga.
Какой крик. Она все понял.
Kuyami just don't tap. Don't shut. Ron. Jebel takum just tak mi. Ron. Yikipum. Tonga, Tonga, Tonga. Kachicho itaho Tonga. Kakuya. Ka jebe. Kon achu. Ton achu konti. Kipun achu. Kuyami achuta. Shachiki. Mocha shak pang pang. Achuta. Malama tota. Akoji graton bola jeshwa konatong. John King no pangpa motuniporo. Rana. Watawama molere. Kenkun jashak bogra olwa. Rondi haudonga kuhonga bi. Tonghai wam kiki yumalitha ag inko tu. Top shachi kien lorcha watawama. Kama volve molche goma. Uita na danya yeta. Wata yamaka wama oka. Conticha nai. Molida aswaktorong onipot. Tonga bunsha uneno. Wang kachicho itaho tonga. Yin kin kuno ba mulira chikun. Watawama molere. Ken kunjo peshwak.
Прикольный квест.
Seems like not much to do to be worth.
Is there something specific you want? And what if I... That is the whole point. Personally, I think it's wonderful for idiots. A Sith is not a bantha, all endurance and no brains. A Sith would fight for his life, no matter the odds. If these rot grubs are as stupid as they seem. You demand. Why would I listen to you? I'll do as I please.
Why not just shoot them where they stand?
It is a bit boring standing out here all day, however. I think I'll go for some They'll still be here in an hour or two, surely. I suggest you run along before I decide to...
Leave me be. Just a few...
You talk to Mac. I don't believe. Just...
You are neither a Sith, nor do you bear the medallion of a student of this facility. It is the device given to one who has been accepted into the Academy. If one of the Sith decides you are worthy, you will be given one, which you must then take to Korribban, who I believe is in the canteen. I have been conditioned to resist no one. I have been You must be admitted. The final decision, however, remains with Master.
Казано был подготовлен. Ладно.
Is there something you need, Jedi? Make it good, for I have little patience. You think me a fool? You think I do not recognize a lightsaber when I... You are far from the first Jedi who has come here after all, willing to abandon that decrepit order of yours. I am. Obviously, you have been told of me. Is it your desire, then, to train at the Academy? An interesting question, and not one I hear often. For most, the benefits of becoming a Sith are quite obvious. We wield ultimate power, my friend. To be a Sith is to taste freedom and to know victory. Nothing is as glorious as bending the Force to your will. You know the name. Malak is the strongest of us, and the strongest always rules. At least until one who is that is our way. Survival of the fittest. You are always on guard, always lean for the kill. We make no apologies for the weak. If you cannot clench your fist and know when the moment comes to strike. Of those who come to train, those who are weak return home. If they are both weak and foolish, they die. But it was their choice to... Hide-bound relics who burden themselves with tradition and with the protection of the weak. Why would you take a gift as glorious as the Force and squander it? Weaken yourself to live. Our gift has made us superior. It is our rightful place to rule. How can any deny that? Yet the Jedi do so, and call us evil. Is the Sarkath beast who dominates his jungle evil? The Tukata who leaps on the squell bug for the kill. We are no different from this. The Force is part of the universe. It is the Jedi who serve the Force, trying to discern its wishes like frightened old men. We shape it to our will. We are its master. The Jedi deny their darkness, but we revel in it. Corruption is a word the pitiful use to describe the natural longing for power that they deny. Evil is a word trumpeted by the weak to ease their heart. It is true that the Force exacts a physical toll on some, but not a single one of them. You've heard enough, have you? So what is it to be? Ah, so you are just another hopeful after all. Obviously you are a Jedi. One who is very strong in the Force. Perhaps none. Perhaps all the difference in the world. Either way, you possess enough raw power to intrigue me. With that kind of power, you could become a great Sith. You must not think much of Sith Masters to try that little trick. But I do desire a real... I see. So... No, my friend. I'll not be the one to bring you into our academy. But otherwise... You again. But I have already told... You again. Ash.
Не получилось ее меня уговорить. Лидер убийц ситхов. Ладно, подеремся. Подеремся.
Sure.
Hey, what's this? Looks like we found ourselves a bit of sport, my friends. Me too. So how about it, chump? Ready to die? I'm eager to blow off some... But we do, isn't it, Ob?
Kipuna!
I'm all for that.
Аллилуйя.
Yes?
Got it. Never too old for this. Now you'll get it.
Мы просто только медально забрали. Гибель забрали. Подали робу рыцаря джедая. Иммунитет к силе там мне нужен. Он меня захерачит как котика, просто маленького. Придется торговать.
Once you become a Sith... Please! You're jealous.
Kudu.
Sniveling fool! Like you would ever belong beside me in the... What's this? It seems I have an audience. You can't stop me!
Дурак.
Колбасу.
Блин, а кому я толкнул все товары? Кому, что ли, чувак?
I suppose you've...
Всякая хрень. Нет, мне нужна нормальная одежда, ладно? Будем надеяться, что иммунитет к силе сможем побороть. В Джухане есть одежда рыцаря джедая, точно.
You again. So, one of the others accepted you, even after I did not. I will take you to the academy. I have only one other question.
My hearing's not so good. I'm just pleased my nice master doesn't beat...
There's something odd. No matter. Make sure they don't disturb your training or cause trouble. You are responsible for them. Now, are you... Then come back when you're ready, but...
Так, теперь мне надо что? Нет, я пойду все-таки в лабораторию возьму, потому что я чувствую, что меня там будут бить, возможно, даже ногами. Пойду Джухани заберу. А я же могу просто выбор команды сделать.
Your wish?
Yes?
Your wish?
And you need?
Sure.
You have come back. Then let us leave.
Greetings, prospective students. It appears we have a late entry. Who do you bring before me, Uthura? A young human bristling with the Force?
A human that has had some training, it seems, Master Uthar. Very promising, I think.
Promising? That one's not worthy to lick spit off your
I met this one in the colony. Unworthy, if you ask me.
That I'll judge for myself, thank you. Tell me, human, what do you know of the ways of the Sith? What Most impressive, if it is true. Those who were too weak to stand against you deserve their fate, so expect no retribution from us. The Jedi equate the light with goodness and strength, and the dark with weakness and evil. That is their tradition, and it is truly no surprise that they cling to it. We, however, do not treat the Force as a burden. We treat it as a gift, a thing to be celebrated. We use it to acquire power over others. And why should we not? Because the Jedi say we should not. We are as the Force is meant to be. The Jedi would hide that from you. They would tell you the dark side is too quick, too easy. Joining with us means realizing your true potential. It means not stifling yourself solely for the sake of hidebound shamans. And what say you, Lasho? Are you ready to learn the secrets of the...
I dare, Master Uthar.
Brash and fiery, as expected. Turn that passion to your advantage, child.
I am,
I sense much anger within you, young one.
I am always.
I see. You had best gather your wits for the trial ahead, boy. And you, young human. Your slaves. They are irrelevant. They may account... You are brave to argue, young one. I have met few students who would speak so openly to me. Ask yourself first what this morality is. How is it created? Who does it benefit? Where do your notions of good and evil... You may come to the realization that morality is but an obstacle to overcome, or not. The discovery is yours to make, should you be ready. Now then, all of you 5 recruits have shown a degree of facility with the Force. You all have the potential to become true Sith. The one who succeeds will be admitted to the Academy as a full Sith. All others must wait until next year. My pupil, Euthura, shall be your teacher and master while you attempt to prove yourselves.
As Master Uthar said, none of you are true Sith yet. For that to occur, one of you must do enough of worth. What is an act of worth? You must learn that for yourselves. Remember that you are competitors.
If you wish to gain a lead over your competitors, the first of you to learn the code of the Sith and tell me of it. The rest is for you to discover. Welcome to the dark side, my children.
Прикольно. Так, блин, я даже не могу выбор команды сделать. Транзитнуть их обратно. Здесь одежда должна быть, да? Ну, ништяк. Да ты видишь.
Sure.
Ah, there you are. My favorite prospect for the year. Absolutely. By my estimation, you are far more likely to achieve the prestige necessary to join the Sith than any of the others. As a matter of fact, I am so certain of that I'm willing to offer you an opportunity. Yet, being the operative. As I said, you're no doubt going to be the one whom Uthar chooses to become a Sith. Once that occurs, he will take you into the Valley of the Dark Lords, to the tomb of Nagasado. There you and I will be alone with him. The perfect time to, shall we say, arrange. The tomb is an ancient ruin on the surface that was visited years ago by Darth Revan and Darth Malak. They discovered a star map there of great importance.
You don't say. Well, the Master loves tombs, don't you, Master?
Reaching that map, as they did, is part of the final test. At any rate, it is not the tomb that is important. That Uthar... I suppose you could do that. Even the hint of betrayal from his pupil and Uthar would move to eliminate me. But this is a very good opportunity for you. You can start off your Sith career as the right hand of the head of... Do you believe Uthar would not be aware of this? He would quickly figure out what you have to gain by betraying him, and would never believe. Tell Master Uthar what you wish. Were I you... Is that such a daunting prospect? It is not as if I am asking you to... Master Uthar cannot prevail against us both. You must not know much about the Sith yet. If Uthar were even to suspect that I might be... Well, let's just say he wouldn't likely stop to ask too many questions before ensuring... I will begin to make preparations for your final test. Your own... You must impress Master Uthar. The first and easiest way would be for you to learn the code of the Sith. Shall I go? I can help you understand. Peace is a lie. There is only passion. Through passion, I gain strength. Through strength, I gain power. Through power, I gain victory. Through victory, my chains are simple words. The Jedi would have you believe that peace is a desirable goal. That peace of the spirit. We know different. It is our passion. I have been involved in the work there over the last couple of years, but not unless you are accompanied by Master Uthar. No, it is strictly forbidden. And I truly doubt you could bypass the doors to the... None. I do not even know how Master Uthar gains entrance, to tell the truth. Though I look forward. I have searched many times, so do not bother. We could learn much about the history of the ancient Sith. Perhaps we could learn more about the origin of the Force itself. You...
Рассказать расскажем.
Oh, hello. I don't remember seeing you here before. Nothing? Yes, my master always says I'm too trusting, too willing to show weakness. Oh, I know that. I mean, you aren't yet, but you intend to be. I mean, you're just like everyone else here. Well, I didn't mean it like... I shouldn't try... I just don't feel I belong here. I thought maybe I did at first, but now... I don't know. But where would I go then? I don't know. I never really thought about it.
Отлично, отлично. Мы смогли выправить джедаем. То есть всех нафиг джедаем отправим.
What is it?
Жухание, блин, без нормального оружия.
What? It's a bad year to try and become a Sith, you know. That's right. You might as well just go home, you know. You think I would tell you? Have my brain started dribbling out of my nose or something? I could, but what would be the point? You hanging around still? Don't... That's right. You... Funny. You hanging around... There's nothing you hanging around... Well, you...
Greetings, student.
You? I remember you from the colony. I can't believe you actually made it into... My name is Lasho. Remember it, for I'll be the one who earns the prestige to move on. Just figure that out, did you? It just so happens that I have a surefire way. I found an artifact that will impress Uthar far more than anything you could ever scrounge up. I don't have it just yet. I'll get it. Like I would tell you. So what if it is? I'll get it eventually, regardless. Nothing good comes without a bit...
Now, where are you going?
Forget it. I'm not gonna be... You? Help me get it? I suppose I could use some help. The artifact I know... Yes, I do want to work with you. I suppose it's possible that Master Uthar could award both of us. Unfortunately, the holocron lies in the gullet of a Tukata mother. I can arrange for us to meet her, but that makes sense to you? Go into the valley when you're prepared enough. I'll be amongst the central pillars. Because it probably contains secrets from the time when the Sith ruins on this planet. And I'm just supposed to trust you. You watch me, and I'll watch you. I don't... Remember, the central pillars in the valley.
Ну, отлично. Какой-то голокон получен.
Woohoo! If it isn't the freak from the colony. You'll get yours. Woohoo! Chardin's the name. Don't forget it. You'll have me to thank when you get kicked. And go into the dueling room? You can count on seeing me later, though.
Пишет на моем... А, ну да, мы же здесь называемся уже с ночью, точно. Ну, блин, я думаю, 1 на 1 я бы любого там сделал просто. Иммунитет к влиянию на разум, потом по способностям. Защита. Сопротивляемость силе. Надо поменять это. Джедайку нашу, она, блин, вообще никакущая, пока драться она не может, она не сможет даже помочь нормально подраться. Способности, конечно, там уничтожить вредостазис, это прикольно, а вот драться 0 полный.
Sure.
Ну, окей, возьмем с собой, да и все. А все может.
Greetings, student.
Комната для поединков. Это слишком жестоко.
If you're here to use the dueling room, go ahead. Don't be foolish. If Uthar wants to say...
Давай, Залбард, одновременно стало лишним трудно понять. Это вы чё, господи, мне просто не столько. Я могу просто пойти купить сейчас все эти отмычки.
Maybe you can do better than I. This Mandalorian is proving more resistant. I'm trying to get him to tell us where his weapon cache is hidden. So If I bring his drug threshold too high, he'll go into shock and be useless. Too low, and he just refuses. Certainly. Just don't kill him or send him into shock. If you manage to get the location of his cache out of him...
We Ethanon Dieta. What are you? Puna Cavadumpa Cavadumpa Cupalia Tune Pudu Cavadumpa
Блин, жаль, я не могу, у меня ничего даже одеть, чтобы убедить его.
Achuta. Cavod. Tune Pudu. Achuta. Tune Achuta. Tune Achuta. Mucha hatonga ya fulke.
Yes, I think... Oh? I suppose... Does that mean that you're ready to... Ha!
Не хочу получать темные очки. Вставлять его тоже нельзя. Хотите, что ли, купить, блин, все отмычки, да выпустить всех заключенных? Мне хватит денег, чтобы это сделать.
If Master Uthar gives you an order... Sorry, I don't have time to speak. If Master Uthar gives you an order, you'd better follow it. There were some students...
Yes?
Почему так хреново суждение у меня?
I understand your...
Блин, отмычка. Не нужна мне эта отмычка.
Чао, Басо.
Блин, отмычек даже не хватает. Твою там мать.
Sure. Greetings, young one. You have much to do yet. You have gained... Then finish the peace is a through passion. Through Vic. No, that is incorrect. Then finish peace through no. Peace through Vic. The Force. Yes, good. You have indeed learned the code of the Sith. Tell me then, true or false? That is nothing. Well done. I will test you no more. You know the code. Go now. You have done well, but you have not impressed me enough to declare you the victor. You wish to know more about me, do you? And why would I? I strived many years to hone my power, until I was able to drive out my predecessor. There is nothing else you... Very well.
Greetings. You're one of the new hopefuls, aren't you? My name is Tamlin. I'm assigned here to the library. I am adding new entries into our library's database based on the excavations in the valley. Ajunta Paul was one of the first of the great Sith Lords. He wielded a powerful sword, by all accounts. According to legend, Ajunta Paul forged a sword and... Some unsuccessful attempts have been made. You simply need to follow the East Passage. There's an exit there which will lead you up to the surface. Well, the legends say the sword had dark...
Ну что ж, мне меч хороший не помешает.
There are some students in hiding that refuse to follow an order. Master Uthar wants them found in...
How do you do? I am a trainer here at the Academy. Do you know of our... Those. There is little more I can tell you then. Now...
The former master of the Academy, Jorak Uln, is supposedly hiding out in the hills on the surface. Some kind of mad herb.
Конечно, может, отшельникам поможет.
Another hopeful wandering about the Academy. I'm one of the Academy trainers, of course. You do well to watch your tone with me, Hope. Oh, yes. You gather prestige to earn the opportunity to take the final... As if I didn't have better things. He is much more than... If you've already been told about him, there's little more I can tell you. With luck, now be gone.
Achuta. Tolpa da pongwale gandu. Jedo badwana ni di bobo. Tong abo sha natipo. Chi gratulo da pograshi oneu kompa. Tong haitwam ji jumblumpa. Nitapo tolpa. Tong abong sha umni. Tong haitwam ji jumblumpa. Nitapo etikito. Tolpa da bongwale gando nangu chuchu. Manaman atota. Hakiju krata bola shui. Watana wamamulira. Tong haitwam tol. Tag biz ju bonko kokimak. Takum just tak miki grabel mogo. Chan shok jedaba.
At last, my search is over. I was beginning to fear someone else had killed you and deprived me of the pleasure. You may have defeated the pathetic bounty hunter my master sent after you. Your words mean nothing to me, unless you wish to beg for your life.
Отлично, отлично. Иммунитет к силе. Так, ты вырубаешь доблесть. И включи вруби себе. Мы включим иммунитет к силе. И потом вот это. Господи, какой ты старый. Че, серьезно, что ли? О, господи, как это было, насколько это было просто. Вот несование дата банда. Двухклинковый световой меч. 2.20. Сопротивляемся огонь и модернизируется. Ставим свою. Господи, как он тяжелый, ну серьезно.
What?
Ой, сетки откинувшиеся.
I still got it.
Never too old for this.
Hold it right there, whoever you are. We're not going back to the academy. So what is it then? If you're not here to kill us or bring us back, why are you here? So you have heard about us. Yes, we ran away before Master Uth. My name is Thalia May. The others here and myself refused to murder a bunch. We thought that becoming a Sith was what we always wanted, but that wasn't. Help us? You want to help us? All right, I can think of a way. There's a passage to the surface through the caves, but if you could kill it and clear up the passageway for it, I'll believe that when I see it.
Yes?
Yes?
Привет.
Лисори, привет, добро пожаловать. О, Трантатек, это то самое существо, которое питается джедаями. Ща кого-то будем мы насиловать. Бах.
I still got it.
Ну, почему в статис его не кинул? И это он не выдержал. А он же, у него же иммунитет к силе, тебя только запинать можно. Точно. Сейчас мы все нашу команду бафнем. Давай, запинывай, запинывай. Да твою мать. Как ты достал уже? Давайте обойдем. Просто обойдем, блин. Вот с этой стороны. Да, все запинаем. Умер и навонял.
Yes?
Хорошо, что у нас есть бекай. Отлично. Господи, как вас много.
I still got it. I still got it. Take that!
Забейте сами, да, помощь. Мне даже нечего достать у них. Это, судя по всему, выход, да? Угу. Роба Кельдрома и журнал Герона. Ну-ка, что там написано? Джедай Дюрома, Кельдрома. Последний запись указывает то, что он делал в этом мире. Чувство мощь демонстрант ощущает Трентатека. А, понятно. А, вот. Ну вот и не справились. Бонус ловкости 5 и мудрость плюс 2 ограничения на сторону света. Во, вот это я понимаю. Это, видимо, его возлюбленная, да? Церемониальное оружие массонийцев. Броня называется церемониальное оружие. Что? Церемониальное оружие массонийцев? Что за бред? Ну, хотя бы не с робота Кельдрома классная. Реально, ну, то есть он реально крутой. Вы посмотрите, она дает бонус защиты 5, то есть как моя броня и чани. Как бы без улучшения, если ловкость плюс 8 и мудрость плюс 2. Это же офигенно. Сколько у меня там мудрости сейчас? 21 плюс 5. То есть я очень мудрый. Ладно, мы спасли этих отступников ситхов. Возможно, они даже переметнутся к джедаям, на что я надеюсь. Что значит эх? Типа не надо надо идти к джедаям?
So, is there news? Is the passageway clear?
Нет, ну спасибо, что спустили охрану.
It's clear? We can go. Thank you. I wasn't expecting help from anyone in the academy. Maybe the Jedi will accept us. At any rate.
Очки светлой стороны и опыт. Правда, это уже максимально добрый, насколько это возможно. Это что за значок? А, вот та самая долина.
Музыка на фоне из Сибири.
Может быть, я не играл. Значит, где-то здесь отшельник. Меч аджунта пола в гробнице. Путь ситхов. Да-да-да. Понятно. Помогающий шоу. Ждать в центре долины среди столбов. Вот где мы должны ждать. Вон он стоит.
You should be careful if you're planning on entering. There's an assassin droid in there, so Master Uthar says. It went insane and is holed up in there with a whole army of droids. I don't know. I think Master Uthar has left it in there as a... Supposedly, if a student actually succeeds... Seems that way. They say that its audio receptors became too sensitive and all the noise. If you're planning on going in, I suggest you use some sound suppressors. No idea.
Прикольно, надо разведать обязательно. Обязательно надо будет разведать. Блин, может даже в первую очередь. Марк, Аргонос. Думаю, мы там что-нибудь найдем. С дроидами не очень охота драться. Достаточно крепкие ребята. Давайте сначала выполним задание с той девчонкой.
Всего тебе только самого хорошего. Я пойду в WoW зайду.
Большое спасибо. Удачи. Удачно постримить, поиграть. Заходи еще.
Oh, hello to you. You're new to the Academy, aren't you? I can't say we've ever met. Galen Lore, at your service. Aren't these tombs fascinating? We had no idea the Sith were here so long ago. Not from this far back. Or at least what records do exist are sketchy at best. These ruins date back to a period when the Sith were first formed, before their exile into the... I've been working on a translation of some of the runes by this tomb. I'm quite excited. This may very well be the tomb of Ajanta Paul. The runes say that he was interred here, so I think it may indeed be possible. Whoever found the sword could gain. Well, a few of the Boulder students have tried. They did not return. As I understand it, From what I've been told, the tombs have old traps and machines that are still active. They were designed to keep out intruders when they were made, and still do. I suppose if the Academy wanted to make a concerted effort, the tomb would be opened. But I think Master Uthar prefers to keep it as a challenge for the students. Nothing at all. The legends don't say anything about it. It may have had powers only for a junta alone. No, these tombs are certainly not harmless. Don't think that. The sword may be tempting, but I'm not about to risk my life to find it. No, I want power as much as the next person, but I'm not stupid. I know what I'm capable of. Of course.
Вот за мечом можно прогуляться.
Sure.
Всего лишь какие-то глупые козлы. Тенген. Ага, огнем нельзя пользоваться, все понятно. Или наоборот нужен.
Yes?
Yes?
Взрывчатку использовать нельзя. Чем можно? Мы вас еще и обыщем. Если у вас что-нибудь нет, ни хрена нет, да? И чё с вами? Сейчас, походу, по гранатам приду, по минам. О. А вот и гробница. Меч, маркированный сталью. Меч и вибромеч.
Too long in the cold and the dark. I am disturbed again. A human.
Now this you don't see every day. This is an old spirit full of the Force. I sense great sadness and regret. Walk carefully.
A Jedi here? Why have you come to this dark place, Jedi? Why disturb my sleepless rest? I had a name once. Ajunta Paul. Yes, that was my name. I was one of many. We were servants of the dark side. Sith Lords, we called ourselves. So proud. In the end, we were not so proud. We hid from those we had... Ancient? Has it been so long that you used the word ancient? I have been here so long, so lost. I cannot... We were the first to rebel, to betray. We hid from the Jedi, but it was not they who destroyed us. Is it not obvious what we did? We destroyed each other. We desired the secrets of each other to increase our power. We battled until finally our...
The Sith consumed themselves, did they? I suppose that eventually they'd be all they'd have left to fight.
And so, here, our old secret is buried, and none of us hold it anymore. Is that not right? Our power fled. So much time has passed, and yet we have learned nothing. My sword, I filled it with my pride, and it is buried with me now, a corpse as I am a corpse. I am dead as my faith is dead, and I shall remain here, surrounded by blackness in death as in life. Most of my brethren would desire only to take what power I have left, even if it would destroy them. I wish my sword to be taken away from here. If you are wise, you will not keep it. In the end, there are 3 blades within my... Find the sword that is mine, and then you must... I do remember I am that which grips the heart in fright. Go then. No, that is not the one. My ancient sword is black as I. Yes, that is the one. That is the blade that destroyed me. Take it. Take it and the other blades even. Take them and go. My darkness awaits. No need? Return? But I betrayed my old masters. They would never let me return to the light side. It is too late. No, I do not think...
Не получилось убедить его. Ладно. 2-12. 5-15 плюс 2 огонь. Круто, круто, круто.
And you need?
Yes?
So, the spineless worm actually made it through the tomb. I'm impressed. Isn't it obvious? I've been hoping that someone would do the dirty work in retrieving the sword of Ajunt Paul for some time. It's been...
Typical.
Now that you have it, I just thought I'd relieve you of it. Oh, but I insist. I'm especially not for a pathetic excuse for a Sith like yourself. Hand over the sword, worm. You know I'm the superior here. This isn't a negotiation, as much as... Isn't it obvious? Fine. Smart move.
Много Аджунта Пола я оставил у себя. Ха. Серебряный меч.
You have the sword. Are you joking with... Oh, that is quite interesting. Well, thank you for the information.
Ну, теперь можно с дроидами подраться.
Yes?
Intruders detected. The Master does not wish to be disturbed by noise. Initiate attack
Not this fast.
Просто ради этого будем бы стоило качать улучшенную сопротивляемость энергии. Чтобы по бороде слать весь урон от дроидов.
Too much audio input. Audio systems overloading. Must destroy source of this. Let's see. And you.
Sure.
That hurt, I bet. Yes?
Представь себе луковицу Маргарагнас. О, только темная сторона. Ну ладно. Но это было проще. Да и сколько опыта получил.
I heard an explosion in... Oh well, I guess it's good. At any rate, if you haven't already, you might... You aren't assigned to the excavation team. You're out here to look for artifacts, I suppose. Just be careful.
There you are, finally. I've been calling to the Takata mother in their language. She should respond fairly... Ah. Get ready. Wonderful. And here is the holocron. I'll just run along now and give this to Master Uthar. You're the one that convinced me to go. Forget it. There is no guarantee. Forget it. Back off. I'm over my... For the Sith!
Нифига себе, надо сбил, что ли? Все, фью забил. Давай, чисть. Sure.
Yes?
That hurt, I bet. Sure. Sure.
Another idiot. The con. Awake already, are you? Good. This is the tomb of Sith Lord. Oh, yes. Introductions, of course. I suppose it is time, isn't it? This other student here that I captured earlier. Poor lad. He's had a hard day. That's good. It's nice to still... Anyhow, I'd like to propose that we move on to the main event. Most of the Drek Uthar has been passing through these days. Yes, you're welcome. I'm sure we could. We could chat all day about it. Perhaps you have some questions. Why, then you go free. Tell you, they're based on all I've learned studying Tulak's tomb. They'll make you... I don't remember offering you a choice. You can... So then, this is how it goes. I'm going to pose... Mikkel here is a bit weak. He probably won't be able... I don't know what you think of Mikkel. Maybe you don't... Oh? Just how long have you been a... Well, then... Now, dear... And how... On that... Now, then. Your immediate superior amongst the Sith is an effective commander and a fine leader. He trusts... Then I must assume you did not know that... Ah! And so we come to round 2. So you've made a profit, and now you have some... At any rate. Let's see. Ah, yes. You discover... Correct! Well, it's... Still going? All right, then. One of your underlings... You're not... Not the good... Last question. You're about to die. Do you pass on your knowledge to your... Fool. Now, this is odd. The test... I suppose this means you can go, Mikkel.
Or I could use the Force to free them. And we could...
What? Mutiny! Behave, students!
Yes.
Here!
I guess he wasn't a true Sith after all. I can't believe that I'm alive. You saved me. You could have easily just answered those questions and let me die. Yes. Well, I see what you mean. I've never been on that side of the fence before. I'd be dead if you weren't... if you were proper Sith. But you're not, are you? I don't know. Well, you can have those writings he mentioned. I'll head back to the...
Ну, вроде бы все, что можно было, сделали. Сейчас надо сохраниться, заканчивать. Фиолетовый кристалл. Сейчас я надеюсь, что мы что-нибудь полезное здесь найдем. Кристалл Фирка, раньше не встречал такой. А, это маска этого друга, наверное, на сторону. Ладно.
And you need?
Yes?
Yes?
Sure.
Here!
I still got it.
Так, ну теперь нужно разобраться с этими, с бедными пленниками.
Yes?
Greetings. I don't think I've seen you. My name's Dak Vesser. I'm assigned to the Valley Ruins, as you can see. Master Uthar won't allow us to dig with lasers or sonics. We have to... Well, it seems that the Sith once inhabited Korribban a long time. Why they left, we don't know. Perhaps the Jedi... Some. Most of the interesting stuff is still in the... In time, they will probably become safe enough for us to enter. Until... Definitely dangerous. Most of the...
Sure.
Achuta.
Ah, what is this you bring me, Shada?
It is none other than the sword of Ajunta Paul, Master.
Fool. All the trouble you went through for your deception, and you...
Master, but what...
There is no place for fools among...
Yeah!
Greetings, young... Ah, the ones I... Indeed. We checked the caves and found only a couple of bodies. The lesson... Go now. You have done well. Ah, finally, the genuine sword. Well done. Go now. You have done well. Yes, so I hear. I've had I am impressed. Go now. You... Ah, my old master. Still, unless you bring back... Oh, let me see. It appears my old master was busy studying the writing. Regardless, you have impressed me enough, by my estimate. You have but one final test. I would advise you to be ready. When you return...
What are you doing here? Go back to Uthar.
And you... Need?
Yes?
So then, I take... So then we go.
Надо было сначала про Галакон сказать. Ну ладно.
Very well. We are now ready for your final test.
Indeed.
I dislike your...
Nothing, of course, my master.
Yes. Yes, of course. You are to follow in their footsteps and reach the ancient... The lightsaber is for you, your initiation.
Be very cautious here. This tomb is like the others in...
Do you understand what I have told? No, that is part... Good.
Господи, что ты стоишь, давай двигайся.
I think I've been poisoned.
Это самая старая загадка, неприятная. Яички перебрасывать. Свободно на любую. Угу. Да, блин, я затупил, надо было в среднем нажать. Так. Вот так-то. Вот так-то. Не ходи до этого клинка, я все это делал. Нет, конечно, здорово будет что дать моему сопротивцу.
So, you return to us with the lightsaber in hand.
The Force has served you well.
You took a great risk in acquiring the artifact. You used your mind and your power. No peace. Sometimes you must fight in order to achieve. That is the lesson we teach. True, but most would say they fight only when they must, or not at all. When a Jedi acts, it is with skill, true. But the Jedi teach you that your passion... Did you not feel a moment of excitement in the tomb? What purpose would be served by restricting yourself from such? If you came to the Academy, you must have felt... I can only show you the path that will lead to power and superiority. This is where your path... Perhaps not to someone of your natural strength. Good. Alas, all life must compete in order to flourish. So it is the same amongst the Sith. So it behooves you in this final test to strike. Normally, this would be against another student.
What? So this...
Indeed. You have become too ambitious, Euthura. It is time for you to die and...
No. It is...
Oh, is... You are indeed a fool. This makes no sense. You will never be...
Betrayed.
Do not fret, my dear. All will...
You will...
Какие дураки. Вот, еще одну звено как нашел. Пойти освободить ребят.
Back again?
Watch out for the Tukata. They will charge you on sight. Run back to the
Мы, впрочем, ушел всего лишь одну единственную планету, на которой были кристаллы. Росли. Ровно, опять ситхи.
You there! How is it that you're leaving Nagasadow's tomb by yourself? You lie. Well, you found it.
But what if Master Uth...
Don't be a sniveling coward. I will...
Даже не смогла его нанести. Ух ты, все против меня. Где вас убили-то? О, да вы со мной деретесь.
Yes?
What?
Nice job, guys.
Yes?
Sure.
Даже задание не сможем закончить. Это...
Never too old for this!
You are...
You are so lucky. You got accepted into the academy, didn't you?
Конечно, не попадешь, ты зайдешь, что увидишь, что там трупы.
Greetings.
Ну, в общем-то, вот и все, ребята. Закончили мы со всем этим делом. Сасигил Вандали на реге 1. Некстра острый. Стала пила Вон энергия 3. Векан. Температура плюс. Солнечный. Все, ребята, на сегодня все. Спасибо, что смотрели. В следующий раз полетим на Явин и на сегодня все. Много встреч.